Hey everybody, welcome to Fantasy R&R. This is your host Ryan, and today is another episode of the Sports Bar.
This is Fantasy with Rob and Ryan, Fantasy R&R.
What do you hear? What do you say? Today we're doing a sausage of the peppers and the onions. I'm going to show you how to do this where it's absolutely awesome on a hoagie roll or a torpedo roll. Let's get started with some of those ingredients right now. Obviously, you're going to need Italian hot sausages, green peppers, red peppers, make sure they're bell peppers, olive oil, salt, oregano, black pepper, onion, and garlic. Now we're just going to slice up those onions nice and good. I've shown you how to do this a million times. So once again, we're going into the onions, get them peeled, sliced down like that in big, thick slices. You don't want them too thin because then they're going to burn in the pan. Do the same thing with your green bell pepper here. Just make sure you get all of that extra white matter and the seeds out of it, and get nice, long, thick strips like that. This is a shorter bell pepper. You can find the longer ones, that's a little better. But just make sure they're thick so that they don't shrink down too much. And we get the red bell pepper now. It's real important here. Again, get those seeds out and the middle out. And I'm doing about 3 sausages, so this is about how much I would use. If you're using any more than that, double up your bell peppers. Now we're going to mince some garlic. You don't want to use whole cloves of garlic because you're not going to be mixing this up as it bakes in the oven later. So it's got a slow roast, and you'll want this minced so you can spread it out. Get your oven to about 325. Start your stove. Get your pan nice and hot using cast iron. Some olive oil. Once that's hot, drop in your pepper and onion mix and let it sear, get just a little bit of color. You don't want to over brown it. You want to kind of caramelize everything. And now right here I'm getting some of the salt onto the peppers and onions, and then I'm going to drop some of the oregano on there. The black pepper, we're going to save that for later to put on the sausages when we sear those. So just a couple of minutes on this. You just want to get a little bit of color and get them a little bit soft. If the bell peppers start to get a little bit too dark, you've gone too far, add in your garlic. About 30 seconds when you add that in, and you're good with that. Just set them aside. Now I've got my pan ready again, a little bit more olive oil. This time I'm going to sear off the sausages at a pretty high heat. And again, I'm only doing 3. Sear those off on one side. After a couple of minutes and they get brown on that side, go ahead and start putting your pepper on there. Flip them over and put the black pepper again on the other side. You don't have to worry about any salt or anything like that. We're gonna have enough of that on the peppers. So I'm just getting the bottom of the sausage brown a little bit here, and that should be good. Once you have a couple minutes on each side, then take those onions and peppers that we did earlier, mix them around in the pan, put some on top so all the juices get flowing through everywhere, and then we're going to cover this with tin foil. Best you can, throw it in the oven. About 325. We're going to leave it in there for about an hour or until the sausages hit 160 degrees of internal temperature. This is what they'll look like afterwards. Onions and the peppers are going to be very cooked down. And then my favorite thing to do with these is to make it like you were at a fair or a carnival. Get a nice torpedo roll or a hoagie roll. Don't toast it. Just put the sausage in there with all of its oil and grease. Same thing with the peppers and onions. There you go. Absolutely awesome. These things taste great. Perfect for game day. That's Italian sausage, peppers, and onion sandwiches. All right, once again, this was Ryan with Fantasy R&R. I will see you next time for another episode of The Sports Bar.